What is going on, everyone? My name is LittleMarMan. Welcome back. Thank you for tuning in to yet another one of my videos. And of course, this is another storyline video. Of course, a part of my main series, my most popular series, Everything You Need to Know About Zombies. The one series on YouTube where we go totally in depth on each and every aspect of the zombie storyline. If that does sound like something you would enjoy and would like to see, do not hesitate to hit that subscribe button. We have multiple storyline videos out every week, as well as the top 5 zombie series, and of course debunking and sort of bunking, if you will, some zombie theories as well. So there is a lot of zombie content coming your way on this channel every week. So if that sounds like something you would enjoy, hit that subscribe button. Now today, what we are talking about, we are talking about quite the predicament, quite the question, big question in the zombies community, totally unanswered, and it's totally up to us to answer it really, because Treyarch never really confirm too much. Remember, our storyline, our zombie storyline, Treyarch just feed out radios to us. They feed out Easter eggs, they feed out hints, they feed out cutscenes. They do not write the story for say. They do have a sort of a draft of what the story is, but it's totally up to us, the community, and sort of we sort of bridge the gaps and make a story out of basically the Easter eggs and stuff that they give us. So the unanswered question we are going to be talking about today is sort of, where did the perks come from and how did they sort of get there? How are they in this timeline? They clearly aren't something that was invented, because Richtofen always claims his inventions. You hear him talking about the Wonder Waffen teleportation in quotes and stuff, and it's pretty much he sort of, like, even when Maxis invented something, he always like sort of quotes this is what Maxis invented. Like, he quotes about the thunder gun, and sort of he quotes what he makes, and he always talks about teleportation and stuff in his quotes. So he has never mentioned that. He's sort of the key. If you think about it, his quotes sort of give us a lot of like a lot of storyline inside, and he has never once mentioned anything too much about the perks and sort of where they came from. So you can sort of level out Richtofen, Maxis, or anybody in Group 935 inventing it, because seriously, we would have sort of known that by now. And so this question is really unanswered. So where did they come from? And this is where a theory comes in. A theory backed by quite the number of YouTubers. A lot of YouTubers. I think Murder Machine X sort of drafted this, and a lot of YouTubers have sort of developed it. And I'm going to tell you sort of my development on this theory. So the main theory is that the perks came from the future. Of course, I'll explain a bit about how they actually did come from the future. So first of all, we have teleportation in our zombie storyline. Obviously, Richtofen invented teleportation, and the group travels in time. It travels forward in time, and of course, when something can travel forward in time, you can always obviously go back in time as well. Just for example, Doris came before sort of Shi No Numa. They, like, the original crew obviously are like, it would be Richtofen and there's 3 test subjects, which would be Tachyon, Nikolai, and Dempsey. They travelled then to Shi No Numa and then on to Nacht der Untoten. But when they got to Nacht der Untoten, they were like 20 years up further. So that's a clear indication of sort of future, like time traveling into the future. So obviously, when and this is all made possible by Element 115, and obviously Element 115 has the power to displace objects through space and time, which is sort of our connection with sort of Agartha and the ether and the whole Samantha thing, which I've already discussed before. What is Agartha video? You can check that out. That is booming right now. It's like shooting up in views, and it's just doing really well, because I did mention quite a bit in that as well, and I've already talked about this theory in my Verrucht story video as well. But as I was saying anyway, so Element 115 has the ability to displace objects through space and time. Now, just for example, let's talk sort of items. Let's talk objects. Like, first of all, we'll talk origins. Due to Samantha being displaced back in time from Moon, she was obviously displaced back to the year 1918. Obviously, due to time travel, she went back and created an alternate timeline. So when she went back, she sort of a few years before that, or maybe that even year, the blueprints for the robots, which were up on Moon in like the year 2025, I think it's sort of further than 2025. The blueprints for the robots were sent back, and that's how they sort of appear in Origins, which is on an alternate timeline. Yes, because of this displacement. This displacement wouldn't be on the relevant timeline to sort of us, but it would create an alternate one. So let's talk further now. jumping straight back to our topic, obviously the perks are available in the future for pretty much anybody. It's like medicine pretty much. If your reflexes are slow and you need to work, you don't know what jobs are available in the future, but obviously it's like you can assume robots are taking over most of sort of the easy jobs, like the bus driver from TranZit and stuff, but then humans are required for sort of the more like you need more effort. You need a human mind to do it. Obviously you need quick revive in case these are really risky jobs, and the human could actually die. Speed Cola would be for reflexes if you need to operate a certain machine that needs good reflexes. And obviously Juggernaut could be just the type of medicine if it's maybe dying, or maybe just you take a lot of hits in your job or whatever. This may not seem like a lot of sense, but obviously if you just take a second to think about just the jobs available in the future and how the perks could definitely be there, because they'd be like vending machines in sort of the workspace. It's quite hard to wrap your head around, and some people find it easy as well. But anyway, these are obviously displaced back to a lot of maps, and in Verrucht we see in posters. Now the posters also displace back. Obviously Richtofen or whatever didn't hang up the posters. They're sort of there in the future as well. They're at sort of that war hospital. It was a war hospital in the future. Obviously they'll know in the past that it was obviously a war hospital, and then that's probably it. You don't know what that has developed into. You can also say that maybe they were displaced back and they were sort of thrown onto the roof of Verrucht or whatever, and then sort of Group 935 and stuff then put the posters up and then sort of restacked the actual machines. But that is totally up to you. But definitely they were displaced back in time. What went on after that and how they are in certain positions and stuff, that's sort of totally irrelevant to the whole theory, but it's also cool if we could actually pinpoint it to what actually happened. But yeah, obviously the perks were displaced back in time, like the robot blueprints, and like many radios in obviously the storyline in the game. And that is pretty much the theory on the whole perks, where they came from. They came from the future, and how did they get there? Obviously displaced back in time by element 115 and teleportation, which pretty much Richtofen mastered. And that's pretty much it. If you agree with this theory, if you disagree with this theory, that is what the comment section is for, ladies and gentlemen. We will have a bit of a discussion, and until then I will talk to you all tomorrow. I will see you all tomorrow. Hope you all have an amazing day today. Hope you all have an amazing day tomorrow, until I greet you with yet another one of my videos. And of course, if you like this video, if you learned something, smash that like button, and I'll talk to you all later. Peace out. Thanks for watching. Meanwhile